Good evening, or afternoon, or morning, depends on where you are in the world. Hello everyone, how are you all doing on this fine day? I thought I would do a little stream tonight, because for the next from tomorrow until the 29th, I won't be able to stream. I won't be able to do any content besides from the content that I've got pre-made, because I won't be at home. I've got some personal stuff to take care of. It's all handled. Well, it's all for me. I've got this. Don't worry about that. Just want you guys to know that that is the score. That's what's going on. But everything is fine. And I am going away for a few days. So all I've got to offer in the meantime is some content. Can you hear anything that's going on? I can't hear anything that's going on. I'll tell you why I can't hear anything that's going on. And I know exactly why. Hang on. I know exactly what's wrong. If I go into my system... Okay, so... If I go into my system... Hang on a minute, don't worry about that. Actually, have a look at the social media screen until I sort this out. Sound. For some reason, right, every time I reboot my PC, which I did just now, it wants to set it to Elgato. But it doesn't want it to be on my actual... You know, my actual audio, like this. And then... Hang on, it didn't do it. Hang on, let me sort that out. Sorry about this, it's going to take me a minute to figure it out. But no, don't worry, we'll get there. There we go, that's better. There we go! We're all good, we're all sorted. How's everyone doing? It's good to see everyone. Welcome to gaming. Hang on, it was working before, and now it's not. Oh, it is. It's fine. Hang on. It was working. It just took a moment to figure itself out. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Right. Thanks for the super chat before we started, Isak. I didn't miss you there. I just want you to be just want that to be known. It's done it again. I know it hasn't. That's my headset. That's calm. Everything's good. How are we all doing? Relatable gamer moment. This game has too many trailing missions. It does, actually. I can't argue with that because it is true. But this is one of the saves where I haven't done too much. Like, you know, those bits have been done. Bits and pieces have been performed. But there are other bits and pieces that need performing just the same. So... Recently discovered this channel and decided to stream. Nice. So I've run streams, you know, along my content for years and years and years, and hopefully for years and years and years to come. I wanna grow old streaming. I wanna be the granddad streamer. You know, I wanna be like a 70-year-old man one day, sat here streaming with all the kids going, "What you doing, you old man? You're an old man. Stop gaming." I'll be like, "Gaming is for everyone." Back in my day, people had that mentality. No, they don't. It's fine. Everyone loves gaming. James, cheers for the super chat, you legend. I really do appreciate it. When the British characters talk to Edward in AC4, they sound like they're saying Edward. 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 I guess that's just how it's said. In the accent. Edward. Edward. How do Americans say it? Edward. Edward. Listen, the way you pronounce someone's name is you listen to how the person whose name it is says the name, and then you're like, oh, that's how you say it. So it doesn't matter if their name is Bob. If they say my name is Boobies, I guess their name is Boobies. One of them. I guess the interpretation of the person is fair enough. So... Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, share with your friends, hit subscribe if you're new. That'd all be fantastic stuff. Edward. Edward. Okay. That's a bit of an exaggeration of a pronunciation, I think. I suppose I'm supposed to find the fucker who I'm supposed to kill. Oh, of course he's that guy. Oh well, there goes my little bonus. Not that it matters much. Right, boys, I'm going to get my swords out and we're going to have a party. This idiot doesn't realise there are explosives here, right? Bye. Oh, he landed in the haystack! Yes. Please feed me before you leave or I'm escaping. Good luck with that one, mini fridge. He flew off and landed in a haystack, and tell me that was not incredible. Oh my god, look at him. Oh, that was class. That was next level class. Cheers to the super chat, mini fridge, but no, you're not leaving my basement. I didn't even realise I had prisoners in my basement, but apparently I do. And so I'm going to have to go and cry in a hole now. What does this place want me to do? Tavern. I've not done the tavern. Well, that's an easy fix. I can't believe that guy fell into the haystack. That was next level gamer. I've done all those seas but Black Flag. Do you recommend it? Or is it getting old? Oh, for sure play Black Flag. Why not? It's a cracking game. Alright, we're going to have a scrap with some boys now. I looked in the general. Someone just messaged me, bro. Not tonight. I can't be dealing with random messages. People need to stop randomly messaging me on Steam. Hello, sir. Fight me. I want to find something I can throw him into, or is it not actually that intricate, these bar fights? You know what? You can go into the bar. Oh, fine. I stamped him in the bollocks. Defeat the bandits I have. What are you most excited for in Valhalla? I guess the views and money that I'll earn from it. I don't know. No. Okay, on a serious note. I guess exploring like that Anglo-Saxon England, that history aspect, is always where I like to see Assassin's Creed thrive, and apparently it should be thriving in this one. But I mean, there are some Assassin's Creed elements that are back, but I feel like it's a bit vanilla to say that I'm excited for that, because come on, obviously. But as it is with most Assassin's Creed games, if you give me adequate history to explore and plenty to learn, and not just the game, like for example, if you have a database and you have facts and shit all over the place, and you can open your database because it'll prompt you. You go to a location, and there'll be a point of interest, or say a historical location, and it'll give you a prompt on the screen to open up, and then you can open up a menu and read about it, like in Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelations. My favourite was in 2. That's where it was nailed, because you had the videos from Sean Hastings and all that. I'm excited for the prospect of having some form of the database back, because it seemed to be hinted at the idea of there being a database. And I really want that to be true. You know what I mean? Edward is actually disguised, I believe you mean, as Squidward, and lives underwater while you're offline. You know what, if I was 6, I might have believed you. What about the Dennis vid we talked about in the comment section on Insta? I'm not doing that because you'll just get... A, it will be a waste of money to buy a GoPro when I'll only ever use it once. And B, it would just be most of the day where Dennis is sleeping. Nothing else happens. We walk him and he loves it, but... You know, he spends most of the day at a kip. Hello, my name is Boobies. Okay, Boobies. Fishy, do you personally love the gon they're finally putting in Valhalla? The gore, sorry. They're finally putting in Valhalla. It's not something I think about. You know, no one ever looks like they're cut or anything, there's just blood. Yeah, I guess so, and also the blood doesn't look especially attractive in some Assassin's Creed games. But no, it's not something that I pay much attention to, but I guess it is the approach of visceral combat, so it makes some sense. You know what, sure, it's exciting enough. Why not? Anyone want some shit in dick? Did I say that on a previous stream, something about shit in dick? Because that sounds like something I would have said in a previous stream. Right, let's not crash into this bad boy. Let's try to get some detritus off of it. And copyright claim. can't. At least when you get claimed for copyright on streams, they don't take your super chats. I feel like that's YouTube's next step to fuck everyone over. Watch. I mean, come on. It has to be, right? So yeah, no, I've got a hefty drive ahead of me tomorrow, so I won't be going too long. Probably 2 hours is the maximum. And then I'll be going straight to sleep afterwards. And that'll put me in a good position. Over the 5 days that I'm away, I've got 3 videos made and ready to go. I wanted to do a 4th, and I tried to, but it just didn't behave, and so I thought, you know what? Fuck this. 3's enough. They're good videos. You'll enjoy them. One's a bit of a Red Dead mess about video. One's a video where I play Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga and make a custom character with R2-D2's head and a lightsaber, and that's pretty funny. And the other one is a list video on 5 things I'm excited for in Cyberpunk 2077. So you've got content to look forward to for sure. And this is just me, you know, this is my like little just streaming some Assassin's Creed, making sure we're in a good spot before I go, because we all love a bit of Assassin's Creed. So if everyone could share the stream and be like, hey, join Fishy, he's streaming Assassin's Creed, and we love Fishy when he streams Assassin's Creed, and also just join because it's a chill atmosphere and we love everyone, and that'll be really nice, you know. Damn, Florida looks different. Yeah, this island is called Florida, I think, for some reason. The music just cut out. By the way, this is my question, lol. Do you like or hate AC1? Oh, I love it. I love Assassin's Creed 1. My dad got me into Assassin's Creed 1, you know, maybe a little bit before I should have been into Assassin's Creed 1. Years and years and years ago, and the game just, you know, I love it because I remember the atmosphere of it all, how it felt back when I played it, you know, because at the time, that was pushing the generation, if you will. That was pushing graphics, that was pushing how games looked and all that, and the frame rates just dropped, holy fuck. And RTX 2080 Ti, what? No. Can't wait for these 30 series cards, or 3000 series cards, or whatever you want to call them, because I know that I'm absolutely gonna, you know, go overkill and get the BF GPU, the bloody 3090, if I can. Yeah, the older Assassin's Creed games made me too interested in real life history. That's what I think it was. You know, the love for history is the thing that I absolutely adored. The chest is over here. Then we're gonna go loot this ship, and then we'll be all dandy, eh? And by the way, if you look in the distance, you'll see the jackdaw slowly but surely drifting off. Sometimes they do that, but if you release the wheel too early, they'll just drift off forever. And it's really quite jokes. I think that why there's less people here is because of PewDiePie. Well, if that's cool, that's cool, but there's still a good 100+ people here. I think that, you know what, that's plenty of people. I can quite happily stream to 180 people. I think that, you know, that's a humbling number. And to say that, and if I ever had the right to say that's a slow day, that is still incredible numbers, I think, for at once. You know what I mean? I can't complain. Where are the mods? Yeah, that is a point. I could complain about the mods not fucking showing up, but I'm sure they'll be along at some point. I might pop them a message in the Discord after I've hopped off this ship, because otherwise you'll just desynchronize. And yeah, and be like, mods, listen, I'm streaming, sort me out, you know? And they'll be like, oh, sorry, this is why I can't show up today. And I'll be like, what? But your cat died 3 weeks ago. How many cats do you have? And also, while you're at it, you have 3 granddads. Why is your 4th one dead too? Bloody hell. I don't know where that one's sinking to, because it's not exactly deep water there, is it? No, it's literally sinking into shallow water. That is incredible. That ship sunk deeper than the water itself. A sinkhole opened up underwater and it just swallowed it. Sorry lads, I can't stay for long. Bye. Alright, take it easy. Have fun, and I'll see you soon. I should come make an AC game that has the detail of Red Dead 2. Oh, I'd love a Red Dead 2 quality Assassin's Creed game. I love that quality from any game, in their own ways. Give me a game that throws loads and loads of mysteries my way, and I'll absolutely love the shit out of it. Like Red Dead 2 is, the story isn't so much, but if you look around, there's so much mystery. It's fantastic. And that's what I loved about the first 4 Assassin's Creed games, and what, you know, was in 3, and I loved that aspect to a degree, but it sort of spoilt it. So the first 4 Assassin's Creed games had an overarching sense of mystery, and it was so incredible. It was that feeling, that immersion, listening to the soundtracks of Leonardo's inventions. There's just the low drones track that plays in the background when you're in the Animus in Assassin's Creed 2. Like that Animus soundtrack, it was just, you know, the simplicity of that, it just felt so mysterious and warm and, you know, somewhat plausible at times, like the science aspect. And I just thought, oh, this is just so neat. Hello there, ship. You're mine to board now. Just let me press the B button several times over, you know what I mean? Right, okay, here you go, die. That is 5 crew dead. Are you from Oxfordshire? No, I'm not. If that disappoints you, I'm sorry. I'd like to lower my wanted level because I don't think I really want to be dealing with a wanted level just yet.
Join us or die.
Horizon Zero Dawn is full of mystery, as in why my game mysteriously crashes and stutters so much. Do you live alone or with your parents? I live with my mother, my good old mother, and we're a great duo. No, I'm currently just, you know, I'm preparing myself to move out, you know, soon enough. Like it's on. Oh yeah, I don't have that yet. It's on the agenda to, you know, get myself a place. But the truth is, I'm just not there yet. Like, I'm mentally there. I'm ready to go, but I'm just, you know, biding my time, getting myself sorted, and when I'm ready, find a place that I'll absolutely love. And until that magical abode presents itself, I don't want to wind up living somewhere that I hate. I mean, it's one thing to rent a place, but, you know, to get a mortgage and, you know, own your own home, that'd be nice. That'd be a nice feeling. Just knowing that I could, if I wanted to knock a wall down, I could. Not that I would, but, you know, whatever. Just gives me a bit more freedom to set stuff up, if you know what I mean. Because with renting places, it's usually quite... I guess it's usually quite... there's rules in that. And also pets. Some places are like, no pets. Other places are like, oh yeah, you know what, you can have your dog here. That's cool, but no to everyone else. And I'd like to have a pet. I think if I were to try my chances at no, I think my point is, right, I'd probably be more inclined to have pets than anyone living with me. I like that idea. Just, you know, complete solitude, somewhere I can go and chill and just, you know, live peacefully. I think you should play more Warframe. You haven't touched in 3 years. Yeah, but I didn't like it too much. It's cool, but one for me. USA did the craziest gender reveal in Hiroshima. Yeah, exactly. Funny joke. Pets are class. Every time I try to play The Witcher, I get overwhelmed and turn it off. What do I do, sir? Go through it methodically. Choose what you want to do and when. Slowly but surely. Don't rush. Why am I going towards this? I don't need to do that. That's a location that I've already... You know what? That's pointless. Yeah, silly me. I'll tell you where I will go, though. To the forts. Via Crooked Island, so I can see if I can upgrade my shit. The invention of the shovel was groundbreaking. Ironically, you're digging yourself a grave there, aren't you? Let's fill our mortar shots. I need to upgrade some shit. Let's have a look, see where we're at. Hull armor needs sorting out rapid. And we're not far off. No. Bit more plunder in the ends, and we'll be able to upgrade our hull armor. And then I don't feel like I'm walking about wearing paper as body armor. That's how it feels.
Captain's home.
You have to raid other countries with your captured ships and get other treasure chests and other upgrades for the ship. Oh yeah, I forget about Kenway's fleet every single time I play. I always forget about Kenway's fleet for some reason. I guess it's because it's not something... I like plundering, like, physically, and taking some time. Isn't this the one where you find the Grandmaster and kidnap and force him to lead you to the Sage? You know, I think so, yes. I think that is correct, I just can't remember because you've given it a very... No, I don't want to plunder a ship that's just going to give me shit that I can sell. Right, we'll do the forts, and we'll... Because I know that this mission is easy, and then we'll be fine. Imagine a Black Flag remastered. Can you drive triremes in Odyssey? You can sail triremes, but they don't... Can't drive them, because they don't have wheels. Or engines. But in Odyssey you do have a trireme, yes. Not gonna lie, the toaster changed every industry worldwide. It probably did. I'm doing my hardest to not get synced. Right, start mission. Cigarette Chair, liking the outfit. Also hope your time away goes well. Thanks, Cigarette Chair. I appreciate it. Cheers for the Super Chat, Gamer.
What do you do with your share of the gold we take from Governor Torres? Return to Africa, prince among men.
I cannot return to a place I've never been. I was born in Trinidad, a slave from my first breath.
Ah. But wouldn't you feel, I don't know, more welcome there?
As you might feel more welcome in Paris.
Fair point.
With this skin and this voice, where can I go in the world and feel at ease? This country here is my best chance. This country called Jackdaw, where I know the names of all citizens and they know mine, and we work together. Not always out of love, but to keep our country afloat.
It's fun. This entire conversation is funny because the only names on this ship you know are Adewale and Edward. You don't know any other fucker. You don't know who any of these dickheads are. It's just, like, I wish they had names. I wish they had identities, these characters. It would be so much neater with that, but no. That's probably the weakest part of the Naval and Black Flag, is you don't know any of the people in your crew. They're just cannon fodder. And I guess that's so that you have something else to be mindful of when actively sailing about the ends. I need to deal with something. I'm now in a really bad position. That's one, then they've got the other fort defense here. Mortar, there we go. Well, I'm gonna go sink this ship. I like how there are people to rescue there. And then sail on. Here we are. This is that guy who's been asking for the past 10 minutes what I think of the next AC game will be. Well, after Valhalla? Well, I can't imagine them doing Japan just yet. Whatever it is, they've already planned it. I know that much. I think they'll want to bring... I don't know what they're going to do next, actually. I usually have a rough idea where next could be. Like, after Origins, I thought, you know what? They're going to do Greece or Rome, one of those two. And then after Odyssey, I thought, you know what? This ancient idea is getting really tiresome. I reckon they could do, like, Vikings or something. Maybe they could even do Rome after that. But I thought, no, it just feels too same-ish now. Like, they're vastly different, but if they couldn't distinguish, you know, the feel of the overall game too strongly between Origins and Odyssey, then, you know, I'd say that Greece and Rome are more similar than Egypt and Greece were, and, you know, they're not similar, to be fair, but more so, if you know what I mean. So I thought, no, they won't do that. So after that, I thought, I guess Vikings makes sense for Assassin's Creed, because they were always going to do that, like, eventually, like, if they were going through all these things. They did pirates, they did all sorts. Why not Vikings? Now, I don't know. I guess they'll want to do Japan or something at some point soon. But I don't know. I mean, come on. Eventually, I'm sure they will do Japan. But I think because it goes to Tsushima, they're going to give that one wide for a while. And they'll work on some other idea. I don't know what it will be. But I guess I don't really care much to speculate. Oh my god, what the hell? Fair enough. You know what? You do you, Sunshine. Cigarette Jet, Assassin's Creed, Caveman. Cheers to the Super Chat Gamer, and yes. Maybe they'll do a Caveman spin-off. God, that would be horrible, but they'll do it. No, I don't think they will do that. I think after Far Cry Primal they figured out cavemen don't sell. But God knows what they'll do. I guess an inevitability is they'll go back on their word about not doing the World Wars. And they'll touch one of those, I reckon. Can you imagine an assassinate Hitler? No, I can't do... No, don't do that. God, don't do that. Oh. No. Not again. Sniper Elite did it. Twice.
Well, hello, Your Excellency. I'd got word you might be here.
I know your face, pirate, but your name was borrowed the last time we spoke.
Ah, yes, I recall. Mr. Duncan Walpole. I missed that one. So,
what do you think of Eivor? From 3 hours? I don't know. The voice work was good. I played as male Eivor. The voice work was grand. Some of the dialogue wasn't especially strong. I need to wait for the full game. They'll do modern day Hong Kong next. Cheers to the Super Chat Isak, and maybe. God knows.
Who found him?
A slaver by the name of Lawrence Prince. He lives in Kingston.
We like this story, Torres. And we want to help you finish it. But we're going to do it our way. Using you and your gold.
This place is ours. We own these bits now. Let's get to 200 likes. That'd be awesome. We've only been going for about half an hour, so that would be stellar stuff. I don't know what they're going to do next. You know what? It's a good question to raise, actually, because I'd like to know now. Like, well, I'm sure there are some people out there who bloody know what's coming next, and I mean, I'm curious. I can't say it's something that I'll pay much mind after the stream ends. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Where do you think they'll go after Valhalla? You know, like, you know, tell me. What do you think's going to happen? Where do you think they're going to take it? Of course, be lovely gentlemen and ladies and that, and then everything will be calm. AC set in Spain. AC2 was not set in Spain. The movie was set in Spain. AC2 is set in Italy. India or Ireland? I'm thinking KE. Sorry, what does that mean? Whatever. I wish they would end Assassin's Creed suffering. I mean, for me, the Assassin's Creed is sort what it was. What I loved about the franchise is sort of dead. Like that aspect is gone. Now all I can ask for is good games, and they still use the Assassin's Creed name, which in my position I guess is fortunate because I can use that and make content and know for sure that it's not gonna flop on me, if that makes sense. So like the content. So I'm not too fussed, is what I'm trying to say. What they do with Assassin's Creed now is their business. I'd rather they didn't do something, I'd rather they didn't make crap, if you know what I mean. Like, what you consider to be crap is obviously a topic of being somewhat subjective. But what I'm trying to say is, I'd rather the games at least be good. Christmas game. South America would be cool. Yeah. I'm glad they did Egypt, to be fair. Like, I'm glad Origins did Egypt. Egypt was at the top, before Origins, Egypt was what a lot of fans wanted. I think from about Revelations, Egypt was something a lot of people wanted to see. I would have loved Ancient Rome. So would I, but I get the vibe it would have felt very same-ish when compared to Valhalla and Odyssey. Not Valhalla, Odyssey and Origins. Valhalla has a different feel, but it's still the same engine, so it would still carry over a bit. My point is, as much as I would have loved it, I'm glad that in the end they didn't, based on what we've got. I'm not saying that. I would love for a moderator to come in and sort that guy out. I get the vibe he wants me to say something a little bit more horrible than I should be. I'm not. Right, here we go. Oh, there's JMC. I finished dinner and back. Welcome back, Emmy. There we go, mod gamers. Let me onto this. Oh, yes, I've done it. I've absolutely finessed that. Let me in. I don't think I'm supposed to be there, but I went there just the same. Do your game. Everyone games. Isak, I want to make games using the protagonist of Chronicles will make a full game actually good. A Xiao Yun game in China would be fantastic. Like, that would be good. I'm not sure we need to see Arbaz Mir or Nikolai Orlov again. They're in comics and they're in Chronicles and they're cool where they are, but a Xiao Yun game, come on. That would be out of this world. It just would, because there's so much potential there. But you can build it off the back of Ezio's story as well. There's gold to be had there. Ubisoft should really use it. But they wasted it on a Chronicles game. So they won't do it now. But it would be nice if they did. Get back here, cats. You want my dinner. Okay. Never mind. I don't even want to hunt them, to be honest. I probably should, because it's... Oh god, Edward, do something good with your life. Stop being a massive fucking failure. Do you think a Valhalla DLC will cover Cornwall? I'd love it to. Don't get me wrong, I'd love it to, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to do that side of England. I don't think they're going to do the West Country, which is a shame because I'm from the West Country. I don't live in the West Country, mind. I live in the Northwest, but I'm from the ye olde West Country, and I'd love to be able to visit my hometown in the game because it was a Roman city, so it would have existed at the time. Good old Exeter. Cats for dinner? Tasty. Now, is there anything else on this island that needs doing? Did we golded it? We did it. We've absolute. Oh, there's something actually on here. Actually, it's not gold yet. There's a secret. There is a secret, or a secret. There's the secret. You'll better behave, or I'll use the good old timeout on you. Oh yes, Mario is here to show the gamers exactly how it's done. What a lovely sir. Go watching your stream at 360p because of my data plan. Wonderful. I hate my provider sometimes. Fair enough. I understand how that feels. I mean, I just have unlimited data these days. Like, sod it. I'll go the full way. Now I can just sit there and not have to worry about a thing. All I have to worry about is finding some form of signal, which, you know, more or less got. Cool. Cumberland Bay is rather calm now. I would go here, but I just no. This is as good a place as any to go. But first, I want to go down here. But I think the best place to approach there from actually would be here. Apparently, fast travel's unavailable. Is that because I'm travelling too fast as is? Fast travel is unavailable because you are already travelling fast. Oh no.
Let's go.
We get it, you want an AC in Georgia, stop spamming about it. Is somebody spamming about an Assassin's Creed in Georgia? I mean, cool. Russian Revolution would be probably a bit too modern for my taste, but that would be an interesting time period for an Assassin's Creed game, I guess. I think it'd be a bit too modern though, but you know, there's a story that they could tell there, and they sort of did a little bit with Chronicles Russia. But was it the full shebang, really? I guess they sort of wasted it on that because they didn't want to do it. It's not 80 anymore, the new games. It's not what, you know, you remember as Assassin's Creed from like a decade ago. That's for sure. Brotherhood turns a year old soon. Bloody hell. 10 years old, not a year. Turns 10 years old. I can't remember if I said 10 years old or a year. 10. 10. It's 10 years. Oh, God. 10 years ago, Brotherhood happened. The Creed hasn't been mentioned in years. Not, hey guys, it's Nick from the Creed here. Hurry up and make Jacob Fry a steel goal. No one has made one for some reason. Because Jacob Fry bothers me. 10 years, bloody hell, exactly. You know, 10 years ago, nearly, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood dropped. I'm sure I'll have a video done for it, like, I want to get a video done for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood's 10-year thing, and I'm sure it'll smash. And then next year it'll be Revelation's turn to be 10 years old, and that's one that I can very vividly remember playing on release. That's how awesome that one is. Early medieval Sweden. Yeah, neat, because during that time the Danish conquered Sweden as the next period for an Assassins vs Templar conflict. Yeah, you know what, that would be alright. Go for that. Why not? I don't know what they'll do. But I think they'll want to... They love jumping about history and going for vastly different historical periods, I guess, and then making them all seem similar these days. So they'll go somewhere else. I reckon the next Assassin's Creed will be full on next gen. You know, it'll very much so. It'll probably play different. It'll probably feel different. I can imagine, anyhow. Or at least I can only hope, you know. And what they do with that from there, I guess, is whatever they want. That's insane too. Think that it's been 10 years since Brotherhood came out. I remember my brother pre-ordering it and then playing a week later. Yeah, mad. Been a long time. That man's gonna die. I don't have to do anything. Hello there, sir. This is mine. Where are you going, Fishy? Where am I going to? I'm going back home to the West Country to deal with some personal shit that needs handling. And then I'm coming back a few days after. I'll be coming back on the 29th. But that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Tonight I'm playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, having a good time, doing my bits with this. Once I'm back, I'll be in full swing. I've got two big projects I've got to do in October. I want to do one on The Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone, and if I don't manage that, I will be for bloody sure doing one on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Oh bloody hell. Who else took on a legendary ship without any upgrades? Oh, look at the size of your penis. I'm not that thick. I haven't done that now. Now I need to approach this. Let's give it a go. Thought taking a time out of YouTubing. No, nothing like that. No, I am due a little break for myself at some point, but you know, I don't think I can count this as a break because I won't be. While I won't be doing any content, I've got the content ready. So I did double time now, so it's still, you know, and I'm sure I'll keep an eye on social media and stuff like that where I can. But no, this is just something that I have to deal with. I don't really want to talk about too much about it, but it's nothing too bad. It's nothing super bad. It's just well, you know, it's just what it is. It's just something that does need some form of my attention, and it's overdue. Is Cyberpunk? You know what? Sure, I probably am a little bit. I am very excited for Cyberpunk. I've got a video on 5 things that I'm looking forward to from Cyberpunk 2077 coming soon. I'm going to swim on in because that works. Thoughts on the Samurai Assassin's Creed? Eventually they will do it. Eventually it'll happen, but I don't think that I don't think that they'll do it anytime soon because they don't want to compete with Ghost of Tsushima. And Fish, you're my favourite YouTuber. I'm gonna get some of your merch. That'd be awesome. I hope you enjoy that merch when it comes to it. So, I'm having a look at the chat. Not since Tsushima came out. No, they'll whatever Ubisoft has in like planned for feudal Japan or whatever, or Japan in general with Assassin's Creed. I'm sure they've got something drawn up about that. That is a setting that has definitely crossed the table a few times. I don't think it will be. I don't know what the word is. Anytime soon. I'm fine, shush. Don't worry about me, gentlemen. There you go. That wasn't too bad. Excited for the co-op Ghost of Tsushima. When's that? Because when it drops, I might give it a stream. Might find myself a friend, which will be a new experience for me, and you know, give it a go. No, I have plenty of pals about. I'm sure I could do some of that with when it comes to it, but I don't know when that is. Also, when's that Mafia trilogy remake drop? Is it the 24th? Is it tomorrow? October around Halloween. That's cool. I'll keep my eyes peeled for that. That'd be awesome. Yeah. This is one of those games that we just keep coming back to, isn't it? No matter what happens in the world, we always wind up with a bit of Black Flag. It's one of those games that I just really enjoy. Mafia is Friday. Mafia's Friday. Okay. There you go. So 25th. Right, there you go. That's awesome. I'll do something about the Mafia remake when I get home, I suppose. Then, like, you know, like I'll probably give it a stream and that after I'm home. But I can't do anything while I'm away. You know what I mean? Go, sir. I'll be late to the game, at which point people will have already finished it and that. But obviously we know the story anyway, because it's Mafia. It's just a remake, like a proper remake of it, definitive edition. One of them ones. Right, let's kill people. Huh.
You're in my sight, sweetheart.
There we go. And in we go. And now I can probably upgrade whatever I wanted to upgrade before. Wherever you're going away to, Fishy, I hope it all goes well. I'm sure it will. And it'll go as well as it can do. It's not exactly... It's just what it is. So the last Fishy stream you moderate because I'm coming over to the Netherlands to kill you. Hate when I keep doing that. Happens too often. No, nothing quite so like that. I'm sure I'll tell everyone more when it you know, at some point. But it's nothing too big. It's just important to me. They fucking annihilated each other with the human shield strategy. Oh, they loved it. I heard about the zombie Halloween event for Red Dead. My mate Cameron mentioned it while I was streaming it last night. Let's get back in here because there's some things to pick up. Someone's tagged me in another random ranking of Assassin's Creed because I care about that stuff. Stop tagging me in it, please. It's not their own ranking. Like, you know, if it's someone's own ranking, like, hey, check this out. Cool, you know, cool. Hey, let's scoff at this other person's ranking. No, I'm not about that. That's not how I roll. Someone keeps messaging me on bloody Steam. And you know, it would be really good if, you know, they could, like, stop. You know what I mean? Seems a bit booky. Oh, there we go, that's what. Sorry. The boat was highlighted and it confused me. It looked like a big rock thing, but no. I've sorted it out. Your opinion on Rogue? I think it's okay. I just think it, you know, it needed some definition from Black Flag as a priority.
One more for the collection.
Better yet. Oh no. They shot themselves in the foot with making the Templars sympathetic. But I think it's alright. It's a bit of nuance. I feel like all the nuance that has is sort of thrown out by the fact that now we know that they're just the same. They're all just as bad as each other, you know? Templars, Assassins, just as bad as one another. It's just a perspective game. Alright boys, it's me. I'll tell you what setting they could do for Assassin's Creed next, because why the fuck not? It's not like anyone cares. Wild fucking West. Ubisoft, if you ever listen to me about anything, now's the time to listen to me. Don't do that. Here's the thing though, eventually they'll go, that's a cool iconic setting for this, that, and this reason, and then they'll do it. History game first, Assassin's Creed second these days. But that's okay. That's their right. Yeah, it adds conflict because there's a, you know, the antagonists are now sympathetic. Yes, it is interesting, but there are ways you can do that without making both sides seem the same. Because then the story loses all colour and it just becomes a mess.
This is more like it.
Because now it's a game of, yeah, one day the Assassins will be doing Templar things and the Templars Assassin things, but the other day it'll be Templars doing Templar things and Assassin doing Templar things. You'll be like, who's the enemy there? They're still killing each other. And then there'll be some days where it's just Assassins versus Templars, and it's like, oh god. And that entire concept of has been convoluted. Of, you know, why? I am in a bush. Right, hello there. I've been shot in the face. It hurt a little bit and then I cried. Ha! Look at that reflex. Ah, fuck, that didn't work out. There's a bomb on this roof. Is anyone going to address that? Calm. Right, everyone join me in a fight under this thing. Oh, that didn't work then. Oh, I've been shot again. I hate it when that happens, because it happens so often. Oh, by the way. Stop with the bloody haystack. It's obvious I'm not going for it. I'm going for this thing. No. Red Dead Redemption 3 who plays young Jose? I burped, you're welcome. I don't know, I think the next Red Dead game should be its own story. Take us somewhere new, tell something completely fresh. You know, build a new world, something that we haven't seen parts of before, like, you know, something entirely new, like, you know, somewhere else in the Red Dead universe, and, you know, obviously still Western and all that, and get us some of that stuff. That'd be really neat, you know. I really quite like that. It doesn't have to be a Red Dead Redemption, it just has to be Red Dead something. And wouldn't that just be lovely? Wouldn't it just be a neat idea? Just, you know, not everything has to be about redemption. Some things can be about, oh, this guy's not bad, or this guy is a dirty boy. I could do all sorts. Have I done Black Island? I'd imagine I have. But we'll have a look we'll have a gander. Fishy, are you White Light? Who's White Light? Is that who is that? Red Dead Australia. Oh, that would be neat. Australia, because they had a similar goings on to, like, you know, the Wild West, if you will, didn't they? Red Dead dingoes, mate. Alright, no, I don't know what they say in Australia, do they? Didgeridoo? I don't know. Dollaridoo. Ethan, are you watching The Boys? I haven't got around to that. I probably won't watch it until I get home or anything like that. Depends if I'm really struggling for stuff to watch, and, you know, the hotel I go to actually has Wi-Fi. They should do. They have a website, but I know that the area is quite remote, so I can't hotspot my phone. So I'm relying quite heavily on that idea. Yeah, it's all possible. Red Dead Cyberpunk. Exactly. I farted. Oh, yes. You know when you think you're gonna let out a little fucking wheeze and you just go, and you just feel like a deflated whoopee cushion. That is me. Red Dead Revenge is a good title in my opinion. Yeah, but it suggests a really boring, overdone revenge story, and cliche really isn't Red Dead. Hello, sir. How you doing? Red Dead Dogs, Cowboy Hackers. It works for me. Red Dead Gaming, where everyone's on about gaming. That'd be alright, wouldn't it? Oh, I haven't done this. Right, we're doing this. That's what's happening. It's stuttering for me. Hang on. Oh, it's sorted itself out now. Sorry. I like how they don't guard that tree, like it doesn't lead in. Oh shit. Oh yes, now it's me. Loot the man's corpse. Thank you. Now, that dead man's corpse is looted, I can kill these two gents. Distinguished gentlemen, no more. They are now dead. Snooze. Red Dead Tree, yes. A Red Dead Tree Simulator. Found one.
Stop there.
Hello to the gents. That man did not notice me kill his pal. I feel like the evil that clearly crowds this island. This island is absolutely smashed up in evil. Ah, God, that. You know when they just randomly quick shoot like that? That's always a pain. But I guess it's a break in the routine, and that makes it interesting. Oh, shut your fucking mouth.
He's in my sights.
You're gonna have this musket in your stomach in a minute. I did say. I fed him a musket. I need to find the soldier carrying the warehouse key. That'll be easy, just Google him. That usually works these days, right?
Stop it!
How's that sorted? Red Dead Odyssey. No!
You're in the wrong place. No.
You're in the wrong place. Okay. He's now dead. It's fine. Everything's fine. Shush. I need to shut up, actually. People are probably trying to settling down to sleep. I need to relax my voice and become somewhat decent. Red Dead Revolution would be great play as a Native American. Yeah, why not? Red Dead Ragnarok. Stop it. Stop this. I know that you must be a cool gamer and all, but stop. Stop. You're hurting my brain. My brain can only take so much of this business. I love how when it comes to Norse-based things, how quickly you've run out of like Norse-based, you know, media. How quickly they run out of titles and revert to Valhalla, Ragnarok, as subtitles. It's like, come on, man. I'm sure for some examples it works, but for others, come on.
Stand still.
Oh, well, that debunks this entire premise of, look, you know, synchronizing this viewpoint. I guess I can still go up there, because why not? Whee! Can you imagine if they replaced the hidden blade with a spear? Oh, that would be horrible. I'm so glad they've never done that. You're giving me PTSD here, gents. What was the first 18 game you owned? For me, it was Skyrim. Well, I can't remember. I know, because Assassin's Creed 1 was rated 15 in the UK. But I guess if it was 18 somewhere. And they went to the PEGI rating and they became 18s. And that was alright, I guess. But I don't know, I can't remember. You know, before PEGI, like PEGI ratings in the UK, there was another rating system in place. I think they just use the same rating system as films, and so when and a lot of films are 15s as opposed to 18s. The, you know, gory sort of business like this would, if it, and say if we're still on this rating, Black Flag would be a 15 sort of thing, and then, you know, if you saw them with 18 on it, it would be like, you know, there's a reason for it, and those games would be stuff like Red Dead Redemption was one, was rated that way. There's I'm sure there's a few, but you know, isn't it? They're brilliant rating systems before PEGI. I mean, PEGI's alright. It means nothing because you still buy the game and it still plays. But the PEGI rating system is a little bit more sensitive than the old one used to be, for sure. But it all means the same, you know. Game is for this. You know, this is probably where what age you'd want to be, and it's not usually wrong. Like, you know, if you want to buy a game like that, you need to be of a particular age, I guess. Your favourite Kenway game? Well, Black Flag, because it's the only one that I would consider to be, you know, solid on the Kenway front through and through. Haytham's great, but I don't really. We don't really spend much time with him. We spend most of the game with Connor, who is honestly, in my opinion, not a very good character at all. Very dull. You know what I mean? Type of character you could easily fall asleep to because he's just so fucking numb. In my opinion, you know, like, obviously if you think differently, that's calm. Speaking of thinking, let's all utilize those brains of ours and raise the likes to 300. Wouldn't that be epic? I think it would. But then again, I think most things are epic. For example, Pooin' Cock. I don't know. Synchronized. Yeah. Let's dip. God, a great character was poorly written, to say the least. Poorly written. I don't think they gave Noah Watts much to work with, to be fair. More than what the Odyssey pair got, for sure. But still, was it enough? No, I don't think it was. It wasn't written very well. It didn't have any development, so it was kind of stale based on that fact. Because he starts naive and ends naive, and the only character development they ever gave him was in a speech that they didn't throw in the game in the end anyway. And so it's like, well, that's a bit disappointing, to be honest. Why have you done that, you silly people? And I don't even understand why they didn't. Okay, there's an Animus Data fragment thing here we can get. Let's do that. Rogue or Unity underrated? I don't know. Is Xbox or PC version of 84 the most broken? Well, how it usually goes with Ubisoft games is the PC version is clapped to no end. Back in the Black Flag days, that was how it went. And with Unity, PC was unplayable. It was completely unplayable for a bit, and then eventually it became playable. Watch Dogs was also fucking horrific on launch. Watch Dogs is perhaps the worst PC port I've ever seen in my life. That's how bad it was. But I've never seen something quite as bad as Watch Dogs since. Because that was dead frame rates on good specs. And no. What a miserable time that was. I'm in my house now. I'm chilling here. I need to nip to the loo, so I'll be right back. Allow me to tab out and throw my social media. Actually, I've got a BRB screen, so I'll throw that up. Don't go anywhere. And of course, I'll catch you all in a minute or so when I'm back. Okay, I am back. Let's aim for that 300 like mark if we haven't hit it already. We're very close, actually. We could hit that. That'd be fantastic. Sorry, Black Flag's PC port is a port. There's no windowed borderless version, so I can't make that transition clean. In fact, it doesn't want to show up at all. There we go. It took it a minute, didn't it? Sorry about that. Some guy in the chat just spoiled Unity for me. Oh no. Oh. Of all the things I want to avoid spoilers for. Yeah, no, that guy's an arsehole anyway. If that's what happened. I'm sure it is. Like, that guy's an arse. No. We don't spoil games for other people, no matter how old it is, you fucking idiot. Don't do that. That's what dickheads do. I want to go down to this mystery island and enjoy my mystery. Is it still a black screen for you lot? No, it's not. Hang on. Oh, that must be quite far behind, but it's fine. I want a remake of Assassin's Creed 4 with less bugs and even... Favourite Arkham game? Arkham City, I want to go with. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are fucking incredible. Arkham Knight is okay. Arkham Origins doesn't get enough credit, but it's not like the other... It's not like the first two. That's probably where I'd sit with it. Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, then I'd put... Origins and Knight somewhere down there. I don't know. They're all solid games. Don't get me wrong. I don't know where I'm going. There's so many uncharted islands that need my help. And by my help I mean they don't. They need my plundering. Let's go. I've been replaying the Batman game. So good. Oh yeah, for sure. Some terrific games. Arkham Origins is a filler in between Arkham City and Knight. Yeah, sure, but it did bring some cool bits and pieces to the table. It had an understanding of Batman as well. You know, it was based more on Batman as he's still relatively new to being Batman, and you know he's still getting his experience. He's experienced, but he's not too experienced, and so he got a bit of more youthful take with Roger Craig Smith. Say ahoy, fishy, please. Ahoy. Oh, there you go. I just ahoyed you. You're welcome. Who doesn't love a bit of an ahoy? Because I love a bit of an ahoy. They call me ahoy, fishy. And everyone goes, oh yes, it's fishy. How you doing, fish boy? And I'm like, ah. Well, you see, here's the story about me and my sweaty potato turnip. That's right, potato turnip. So a turnip mixed with a potato that smells. Hang on, I'm just sorting this out to check the latency and that. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, share with your friends, hit subscribe if you're new, and remember, Fishy is always watching you. Would you recommend Odyssey to me? No. No. Not even going. I'm not even going to entertain. No, I wouldn't. I don't like Odyssey at all. So I can't say I recommend it. Origins has a naturally high and sensitivity, even the most minimum value, making aiming the Predator bow so difficult, as well as sound quality issues. Yeah, that's true. It does, but no. Origins is miles better at those two games. I just can't bring myself to recommend Odyssey. Odyssey is a good RPG, but not an AC game. I see people say that a lot, and I used to think it myself. And then I looked into what Odyssey actually does, which is give you the illusion of choice, no agency over your character, but at the same time loads of agency, so you can make erratic decisions, but it affects nothing. Has minimal impact, your choices don't do anything. You can massacre towns, there's no consequences. You do get a little bounty system, but you can pay it off in the map, which just doesn't make any sense at all. So it's not a feature of immersion. There's no real immersion to it. There's random numbers flying off the screen at all times in combat because that's what RPGs do. All enemies are damage sponges. It costs a ridiculous amount of materials with which you could buy a skyscraper just to bloody upgrade a sword. Loot is like a priority in the game. The stories you find in different locations aren't that interesting. All the locations feel copy and pasted of one another. You can't tell one district of Athens, for example, from another. You can't even tell Athens from the countryside at times. Vacant NPCs that populate the entire game. Like, they just walk around, do nothing. They have very simplistic routines, and the quests weren't mocap. There's no real dialogue. Feels a bit stale. Everything just looks stale and plays stale. And I just left a chest on that island. I'm going back, and I can't. After realizing all of that stuff, I can't say that Odyssey is a good game, let alone a good RPG, because it's not, in my opinion. Mercenaries ruined Odyssey for me. Would you eat poop or play Odyssey 100% completion? I'd eat poop. I can't say that I'd prefer to have AIDS than play Odyssey the last time someone brought this up, and then say that I wouldn't eat poop. That's a bit, you know. Do you think Watch Dogs Legion will be good? I reckon Watch Dogs Legion has some potential, but I don't know. Can you say howdy? Howdy. Odyssey is okay as an RPG. It's as bad as an Assassin's Creed game. It's bad as a game, in my opinion. It's fucking terrible. There's just not... It's just so anti-fun. It's just a grind of fetch quests and things. It's so underwhelming and uninteresting and bland and flavourless and flat. And I feel like it could have been so much better in so many ways based on simple tweaks and then also some massive ones. There's just a complete lack of anything. It just feels so void and empty and dull and miserable and atmosphere gone. I don't know. I can't say that I like Odyssey remotely. Not as a game, not as an RPG, and certainly not as an Assassin's Creed game. That's just how it went. It's probably one of the... If I were to give you a list of the worst games that I've ever played, it would be up there. Not because it's one of the worst games ever, in the sense that it's just a fucking dreadful game. Bit of a cough, sorry. But because it's also got that Assassin's Creed label, and that's where it really, really upsets me. You know what I mean? Have you played Fallout 4? I have. I played through Fallout 4 back in 2015, when it launched. Is that right? It was either 2015. Yeah, it's 2015, and then yeah, that was alright. Played a few DLCs. Kind of fell off of it, if you know what I mean. Is there anything good about Odyssey? You can turn it off. I guess that's alright. No, I don't know, man. I mean, there are obviously semi-decent concepts in there. For example, the cult of Cosmos concept, like thing. It needed a lot of fleshing out, but it was alright as a raw thing. Like, you go to places and you kill cultists and it wouldn't be interesting. You'd find out something and it would be completely dull, and then you go from there. And that's fair enough, but if you added flesh to that, if you made these characters more Shadow of War or Shadow of Mordor-esque, you made them memorable and you made them unique in senses, that would have been a really great system. As for combat, that would have been alright, where the enemy's not damage sponges and where the pointless numbers flying all over the place, just because that's what RPGs do. It's just a staple of RPGs. Apparently. It's not because it has any value. Steep leveling curve. Odyssey isn't that bad, it's enjoyable. Well, I guess it's to each their own, but I think it is that bad. I don't think I can be moved off of this one because the game is so anti-fun. Here's another thing that I didn't mention before. The level curve is ridiculously steep. Like enemies like a level or two above you will fuck you up in seconds. They're damage sponges when they're matched with you. The level scaling is forced, so you can't turn it off. So there's no point in leveling up anyway because it doesn't give you any advantage if you had it off. The entire point of level scaling is for a new game plus feature so that you can, you know, just make the challenge more rounded as you go. So that was a bit weird. And also they're so steep you get meager amounts of XP for how much you level up. You need to level up. And the reason why that is so that you cave and buy microtransactions and get the XP boost. So there's that. And then there are ridiculously overpriced gear packs. So you telling me that the priority of Odyssey was to be fun or was it to make money? And I don't know, man. Obviously, it has to be a priority for a game to sell and make money. That's the entire point. It's a business practice. But there are some times where there's a difference between selling a game and then selling the game and then selling the fun as a separate thing, as paid DLC. And even then, it's still pretty meager, the experience you get. It's just a little bit less, if you know what I mean. It's a little bit less of a grind, if you know what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say. As a completionist who made me not like Origins, made me hate Odyssey. Yeah, I guess so. I liked Origins, so I just couldn't be a completionist about it. I'm not a completionist. I like to just get about and do these things in Black Flag because it's alright. It's amusing. It just kills time. The way you save in Odyssey, it doesn't work very well. I guess not, but I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that. I'll be honest. The save system is something that I appreciated with Odyssey. I think, oh, I can manually save whenever. You know what? That's a feature that an RPG should probably have. I like that about The Witcher. I like that about about other games that do that. You know, to save whenever. And yeah, no, I think I can appreciate that feature. Who's your favourite NPC in Assassinat? God. It's God. Shush. I'm a good man, I promise. Favourite AC game? Why does everyone want to know the answer to that question, I wonder? 2? Brotherhood? One of the two?
Let's go.
No, make it possible to upgrade the Jackdaw to a frigate or man of war, but that would be a different ship. I quite like it as like this brigate sort of thing. It's like a mix between a brig and a frigate. It's like in there somewhere. It's really neat. It's basically a brig, isn't it? But it's got more of like a frigate mast. Yeah, no. I quite like that. I like it. It's sort of like a unique ship. It's different to the other ships around you. And I like the Morrigan in Rogue. It's a sloop of war, so it's like a very nimble, you know, waterways ship that, you know, can navigate those tighter turns and stuff. And I just like the Morrigan. The Morrigan's great. I think if you'd to ask me, do you prefer the Jackdaw or the Morrigan, it would be so difficult because the Morrigan is a good ship and I like it. But at the end of the day, the only difference between the two really is their funky shapes. Smash. I just want to be able to use Predator bows so bad. I bet. They'd have to be my favourite bow type in the game. The bow types that I used in Origins were the light bow and the long bow, was it? The just the regular bloody bow that just, yeah. I like those. Those are my jam. Let's go in this direction, it's clean. Why is everyone so obsessed with bows? I don't know, archery's cool in games, I like it.
What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do
Has your opinion on Origins changed? Like James... I don't know if James's opinion on Origins has changed. We all acknowledge that Origins was flawed in the sense that there's a lot of repetition in quest design. There's a lot of rescuing, and you know, it wasn't particularly great there. But I still, my opinion stands on. I think there's a great quality in Bayek as a character. There's a great concept that's laid out there that didn't go well for Assassin's Creed come the end. But in Origins, it felt like a breath of fresh air to begin with. Photo mode's fantastic. Egypt looks beautiful. Obviously, the soundtrack is also incredible, and it feels nice and immersive as well at times. I think we all agree, though, that there are some places where even Origins falls flat. For example, when it comes to the open world, you'd know that if there was something to investigate because you'd see a question mark. This is something The Witcher 3 did as well at times. But you wouldn't have a compass that would tell you when you're like hundreds of meters away, so it was a little bit more played down, but it was there. But, you know, the question mark's telling you where all the interesting stuff was, and it would usually wind up being a camp or a cave or something with a box ticking like checklist that you can do. You know, in there, but nothing really else. And sometimes you'd find some interesting stuff for the stories, and sometimes you'd find fun quests, and there was a lot more variety than there was in Odyssey in the quest types and what happened in the stories that were told. But there are some aspects that could have been a bit better, such as the acting of supporting cast and extra sort of voice work could have been a little bit nicer. But no, it's a flawed game, but there's a lot to it that I really like with Origins. And my opinion stands that I loved, you know, playing Origins. I do. And the DLCs were also pretty ace, you know. You have a Mayan armor that'll make you bulletproof. Hang on, like this is the set. This isn't a completed game save. Like this is a relatively early game save. So as you can see, I've not done any of this stuff down here. So as much as, and believe me, I've played the game about 60 times, so I know about the Mayan armor. There's no need to tell me about it. Don't worry, good sir. I have it on the other save. In Black Flag or Origins? Oh god. Oh, don't make me do that. Don't make me go there. I will cry and die. I'm gonna go with... I don't know. I probably... My gut is telling me Black Flag, but if a Bayek alone carried Origins very far, I don't want to lose sight of that. Like, Bayek alone was such an incredible character. Well, words can't express how fucking outstanding Bayek was. Like, oh god. Why are there Mayan ruins on Caribbean islands? Kind of ruins immersion for me. Why is that? Are they not supposed to be them there? Skull and Bones or Black Flag? Black Flag, obviously. Skull and Bones is not even out yet. I'm pretty sure it's being reworked entirely. No. I don't know. Will you get an RTX 3090? As soon as possible, yeah. I'm in dire need of some form of business expense, if you know what I mean. Other story games to play, guys. What do you recommend? But not these AC series, GTA series, Batman Arkham series. You didn't mention Red Dead. You played that? Have you played The Witcher 3? Have you played Ghost of Tsushima? That's a recent game. That one's cracking time. I love that. Narrative games beyond that, my mind is completely a blank. God of War, of course. The Last of Us Part 2. You know what? You should play those. Why not? There's plenty of story games out there going, really. I fucking have hiccups and I hate it. Did you have a hiccup as you said the it word? How was you for Black Flag in 2020? The game still exists, so I'm allowed to still play it if I want to. Like, and I do. So that's why I'm playing it in 2020, like, because I want to. Bully in the alley. Oh, okay. It's Bully in the Alley, gamers. Ghost of Tsushima or Last of Us Part 2? I prefer Ghost of Tsushima. The Last of Us Part 2 was it's an alright game. As far as the technical side goes, it's pretty damn decent. The narrative did things I didn't necessarily think worked, but it also did. And I felt empty after playing that game. Like, I did. As much as I enjoyed playing it, I felt empty afterwards. And after I did my review, I was done with it. Like, I was like, this game was good, it was fun, it was enjoyable, but I'm done with it. I can't touch it again. With Ghost of Tsushima, I could so happily replay that and just have a great time. So on the replayability front, I guess. Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know how to pronounce it, I don't really care. Can you change your outfit, Fishy, please? You know what, Edward probably wouldn't be wearing black, would he? That would be pretty heated. Yeah, why not? We'll change the outfit. Does Ghost of Tsushima have English audio? Yes, it does. It has Japanese dub and English is the base, and yeah, no, it's pretty neat. Game of the Year predictions. It's going to be a toss-up between The Last of Us Part 2 and obviously Ghost will throw its hat in the ring, or whatever you want to call it. Throw down the gauntlet. Whatever the saying is. Oh god, there's a few others. Cyberpunk will probably, if that's able to, I guess that'll blow it out of the park. I don't know, man. There's plenty. Bro, I've got to tell you about the Man of War mod in Black Flag. They'll let you sell the Man of Wars and add more outfits. As cool as that is, I don't know if I don't know, man. Let's put the feline and pelt hunter thing on. Let me leave. I am now a feline pelt man. Among Us. Among Us is 2 years old, though. Yeah, Among Us came out 2 years ago. Fall Guys could probably win it, you know, like, for some reason. It's fun and engages people. There you go. I remember when Odyssey was a nominee. Fair enough. If people liked Odyssey, then it had every right to be a nominee. It didn't exactly win, that's fair enough, again, but it's not my business whether or not a game that I dislike winds up becoming nominated for Game of the Year. It wouldn't have been my prediction, and it didn't wind up winning in the end, but good on the Odyssey team for getting a nomination and all back in 2018. Yeah, no, that was a hefty deed. We ever stream Sleeping Dogs? Ooh, that's an idea. Sleeping Dogs is a great game. Sleeping Dogs is incredible. I love it. It's you rarely hear people talk about it, but it's such a good game. What is Sleeping Dogs? Ooh, a game you should play. That is Sleeping Dogs. It's grand. How long have we been going? It's randomly started raining on me, it makes me sad. Put the hood up, Edward, it's pissing it now. Do you think there'll be a Sleeping Dogs 2? No. I don't. Somehow. But I think that Sleeping Dogs is a fantastic game to play. Ow. I just got whacked upside. Oh my god, I'm being pounded by a bloody tornado. Oh, that was horrid. What the hell, man? Let's get out of here. That was fucking rancid. That was just dreadful. You ever played Fallout 76? What did you think of it? It's a fucking dreadful game. Fallout 76. It's fucking dreadful. I need to go to a town. There's no word to describe Fallout 76 besides from fucking terrible. Is there? It's laughably bad. Not in the so bad it's good sense, but in the so bad that it's insulting that it costs money sense. So, and I think everyone knew that, and the value of the game decreased ridiculously, really quickly. Fallout 4's alright. It's not my favourite game ever. It's I think it loses sight of Fallout a little bit, but it's so much better than 76, isn't it? Titanfall 2. I never played it. Maybe I should. Where do I find the ship guy? Oh, he's all the way up here. Why is he all the way away from... The Harbour Master is not at the harbour. Why? Black Flag. Sort yourself out, son. Far Cry's a series. Far Cry was alright. I liked Far Cry 2 and Far Cry 3 a lot. I liked Far Cry 4 as well. Far Cry 5 was okay, and Far Cry New Dawn was again fucking dull. I wasn't a fan, if that makes sense, of Far Cry New Dawn. And Far Cry Primal was another one that I couldn't stand. Like, well, I couldn't stand Far Cry Primal. I could stand New Dawn. I just got bored of it really quickly because it throws loads of random, out-of-place RPG elements in front of you, and when a game does that, it just makes you go, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Good night. That's what happened. You can interact with numerous things in the open world in Sleeping Dogs. You can. Yeah, yes, that's right. You can. You can also punch random people and shove them in bins, and kick the shit out of people, and do karaoke. Oh, it's such a class game, Sleeping Dogs. Oh god, it made me want to play it now. I'll do a Sleeping Dogs stream some point. That'll be good. Or a Sleeping Dogs playthrough. Wouldn't that just be fucking sick? You know what? That's a shout. I might do a Sleeping Dogs playthrough at some point. I remember the first time I played it. It was on Games with Gold years and years ago on Xbox Live, and I got it for the 360 then. Definitive Edition I got on my PC, and I play that, and I love Sleeping Dogs, to be honest. Oh, I need to do some Sleeping Dogs, that's for sure. Sounds like a hardcore Sims game while shoving people in the trash. Very aggressive game of The Sims, exactly. Uncharted or Tomb Raider? I never got too deep into Tomb Raider. I never got too deep into Uncharted, so it's really hard to say. I don't know. What do you think about Jack the Ripper or Dead Kings? Dead Kings is a pretty damn decent DLC. I like Dead Kings. Jack the Ripper, it would have been good if they didn't spoil the mystery of Jack the Ripper's identity in the first 20 minutes. Because you get a mystery like that, you should keep it a mystery till the end. You know? Jack the Ripper, straight out there. Oh, that's Jack the Lad. So fucking stupid as that was. What do you prefer, AC or Fallout? I mean, that's really hard to compare the two when they're so vastly different. And in recent years, if you were to throw the most recent entry to both at me, I'd say neither. They're both shit. But I have more memories with Assassin's Creed than I do with Fallout. But Fallout 3 and New Vegas are fucking incredible games. What happened to the gaming sheep? I don't know. I didn't know him. His name was Joe, and he started the Kill Connor Club back when the As Always podcast was called the Kill Connor Club with James and Tyler. To my understanding, Joe wasn't too interested in doing this as something seriously, and after Unity he sort of gave up on the whole YouTube game because, you know, to be honest, it just killed his passion for what his channel was about, which was Assassin's Creed, and that's fair enough, so he just sort of quit, and so he disappeared, and that was... And that... Why is this thing chasing me? And so that happened basically. But yeah, no, I never had too many interactions with Joe. I think I spoke to him once. Oh, fuck off with your tornadoes, you bastard. Water cyclone things. Oh, they're dipped. But not without damaging my ship again. Joe disappeared so another Joe could replace him, yeah, exactly. Edward or Ezio? Ezio's my favourite Assassin's Creed character, so I think, obviously Ezio, you know? He is the boy. Thoughts on Fall Guys? It's a ton of fun. It drives people insane a bit, but it's fun. Fishy. Sleepy, is that a cat? Or is it a Shiba Inu? Know what I mean? No, not a clue. Never ever see Desmond's son in an AC game. No. They threw that plot point away in a comic, didn't they? With the instruments of the first will and Juno's demise. I'm sure I can talk about that because it's not in the game. Who cares about the transmedia? It's in a comic. They killed Juno off in a fucking comic. Juno, the antagonist of Assassin's Creed up until Syndicate, got killed off in a fucking comic. I don't even know what to say about it. Where are you going, Big Fishy? I'm curious on the take on the possible story of Valhalla. I don't know anything about it, about the story, what it's going to be about, besides from what we've been told. I reckon it'll be alright, because it's Darby McDevitt, isn't it? Darby McDevitt's got control on it. Also the guy who wrote a huge chunk of Origins, and that's also pretty neat. So the story's in good hands. So I'm not too fussed. I think it'll be alright. I can't genuinely be excited for Odyssey anymore. They just don't care anymore. Well, the developers do, but the higher ups only care about their wallets, I'm afraid. So remember that the developers who make Assassin's Creed still care about Assassin's Creed, and a lot of them, I can imagine, they agree and understand exactly where we're coming from when it comes to criticisms and points we make about what the direction of the new Assassin's Creed. But the higher ups are so hard on stuck in their ways of like, no, this is what we're doing, and it's either go with it or jump off the ship. You know what I mean? And so a lot of those developers are in a position where they have to just go with it. I mean, they could leave and then they'd struggle to find work elsewhere because the games industry isn't exactly bustling with. I wouldn't imagine the games industry is the easiest place to get in somewhere. And once you're in at Ubisoft and you're left, why do you leave? Or if you keep going, why do they sack you? You know what I mean? It could be, you know, getting in at Ubisoft as a developer is probably a huge thing. Leaving it is pretty tough, I'd imagine. Will you buy a Quebec game again? Well, you know what's happening at Ubisoft right now. They're going under a lot of internal changes by the sounds of it, with regards to a lot of things, such as Sergei Ascoe, how do you pronounce his surname? I think it's Ascoe, who basically he was responsible for a lot of the silly decisions in the Assassin's Creed brand. With him gone, maybe they'll have someone in his position, or nobody in his position actually, because nobody should have that much power over all these different franchises within a company that big. But maybe they'll have somebody, you know, they'll have, you know, they'll have the agency to make decisions and make Assassin's Creed what they want it to be. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I'd give them another shot based on that. But I don't know if they bugger me again. I don't think I'll ever touch a Quebec game again. But you know how it goes. If we're talking about Assassin's Creed, I'll touch it because I know that regardless of the quality of it, I can still talk about it, and it's a talking point that I know people will watch. Burn Brawler, hi. Is War Animals loving the Black Flag? Hope to ply. Cheers for the super chat, Burn Brawler. Your message made little sense to me, but I still appreciate the donation just the same. You absolute legend. Why do people think that Microsoft bought TikTok? Oh no, that's another talking point, isn't it? Microsoft spent $7.5 billion to buy Bethesda through ZeniMax. They bought ZeniMax, and they're going through a process of, you know, acquiring that. They're still in the acquisition period, so it could fall through, as we know, but they've announced it now, so I'd imagine they're pretty solid with it. And $7.5 billion, that is a lot of fuck it money, if you know what I mean. It's a lot of money to throw at something like that. Like, that's huge. That is a huge amount of dosh. That is an absurd amount of money. And so now the Elder Scrolls is technically owned by Microsoft. Whether or not it will be exclusives, I don't know. I don't think it will with the Elder Scrolls 6, but you never know. Get Obsidian, all the IPs. Yeah, no, they could do it. They could, in theory, do a Fallout New Vegas too. I don't know why you'd want to. What's the point? But they could. They could have Obsidian do Fallout again. That is the positive of having all these guys on deal thing now. I'm so glad that that rope thing is useless. The trick with these is to not get too greedy, because if you're on it when that timer runs out, you just desynchronize and lose all the shit you've picked up. I think that's how it works anyway. That's how I recall it working. Let's get off this ship. I want the OG Fallout makers to do a sequel to 4. Do you reckon they'd do it? You don't die if you stay on it. Yes, you do. You desynchronize. I recall desynchronizing if you stay on. I have played this game many a time. I do recall that. Do you think God of War 2 and Horizon 2 will actually release in the same year, or will one get delayed? I don't know. I don't think there's any correlation between the two. I think they'll be fine. Imagine buying an Xbox One X instead of the Xbox Series X. You know, people did that because of the confusing fucking titles. Well, because of the confusing name, you know, like Xbox One X, Xbox Series X. I confused the two. And I know my shit. I confused the One X and the Series X, like, not based on the looks, but when I'm talking about them, and oh god, it's such a shit. It's such a shit name for the console, isn't it? Because it's so similar to something they've already done that it's gonna confuse people, and it's absurd. Fishing meow 3 times no. F for any recent 2080 Ti buyers. Let's not do that. I bought a 2080 Ti like a year ago, and it's done me well. But I will upgrade to a 3090 because I'm a fucking madman. Also because the running theme of my PC is overkill, and I need a business expense. Rapid. What breed is your dog, Dennis? Dennis is a Bernese mountain dog. Big boy.
Rogue wave to starboard!
Larboard! Sir! There's the council but me!
Get those crews up!
This is really cinematic. No, I love being in the storms in this game. It feels neat. So I should get a production office. Imagine buying any Xbox now instead of the PS5. Then this is a buyer, indeed. That's true.
Huge swell! Larboard!
This is a hefty one. Wow. Whee. Yeah. This is a cool feature in Black Flag. It makes it so immersive. What do you think about Skull and Bones? I don't care too much, I guess. Jump on people, but can't jump off of rocks.
Larboard, come out! There's a man afloat there, sir! Trim the yards off
That is me.
Loose topsails, gallants and royals!
Grease the topsails, gallants! Starboard, come out!
Loose topsails, gallants!
Grease it, all top! Grease! Short all sail!
And here we are.
Furl! Furl all
Now watch the ship sail on by. No, here we are.
Come to sea!
Can I get a shout out from Algeria? Do I have to go to Algeria first? Thoughts on Rainbow Six Siege? Again, not really a game for me. Let's aim for 400 likes, gamers. That would be a fantastic number. I think it would be incredible. We can do that. That would be ace. Oh, look at that thing in the distance. Oh, that's really neat. Is there a is there a bloody? I want to know if the NVIDIA photo mode works in this thing. It does, but it doesn't exactly do anything for me. I can add filters to it. I can turn the brightness and contrast to a ridiculous amount. Hang on, does it work? Right, if I did this. Oh god, that's horrid. You can't see it, but I can. For some reason, it doesn't show it to you. I can make it look like the Xbox 360 version of the game. The dreaded PlayStation 3. All you have to do is turn the exposure to pretty high, and the contrast ridiculously low, and then you get the Xbox 360 version. Oh my god, that thing is coming close. That is terrifying. Bad day for that guy. That guy had a really bad day, didn't he? That's really neat. AC3 Naval was almost as bad as Liberation. Liberation didn't have Naval. What are you on about? Right, if you're comparing the Naval to Liberation as a game, then I don't know what you mean. Don't know what your end point is with that. Assassin's Creed 3's Naval was a new system. They wanted to test it out, and then Black Flag. It was a test for Black Flag, that Naval, I think, because they wanted to go full with it, but they wanted to make it at least playable. So they thought, you know what, we'll go with what we think we can do, and then we'll get the criticism and see what we can work on. And then they ironed out Black Flag's Naval from there, and then here we are. We got this, you know. Remember to hit like button, share the stream with your friends, and subscribe if you're new. Wagwan. Hello there, Katie. How you doing? Haven't just haven't turned up at the end, Lamal. No, I'm just sort of checking stuff. Sorry. We'll be ending soon enough. Look at that! Look at that! Isn't that insane? Isn't that just wonderful? But look at that. That man just keeps getting pasted by a bloody tornado thing that shows up. That just keeps happening. This poor gentleman on a little dinghy there. Donald Trump. Oh. Imagine a game with modern graphics. Imagine this game with modern graphics. Oh, no, here comes another one. Uh-oh. They keep coming back for him. If that one comes back, that would be jokes. It's a really shit day to be this bloke. Walk into the tornado. Swim into the man on the raft. Yes, let's do that. And this is when that water cyclone is going to come in, and it is coming in this direction as well. Oh, fuck! That thing is actually approaching me. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, that's calm. That's okay. That's calm. And thoughts on the Just Cause franchise? I loved Just Cause 2. But I found 3 and 4 to be pretty boring. If that makes sense. The lighting around here is really nice as well. Thoughts on Liberation? Pretty excited for Valhalla? It's really hard to be, but in some aspect I suppose yes. Do you think they'll remaster AC4 or Unity? I mean, new generation of consoles coming. Ubisoft will remaster every fucking thing. They'll remaster everything and its mum. Watch, they will. Assassin's Creed Unity remastered. Oh god. They'll do it. And that'll be fine. Money for me, because I'll be able to cover it and have a good time with it, I guess. Easy work for Ubisoft, I guess. I don't know. Which piece of Eden will be in Valhalla? Probably the... I don't know. They'll probably try to do something with... you know how... you know that hammer thing, what's it called? Mjolnir or whatever. They'll probably try to do something along those lines. Like, oh, it's a piece of Eden, because... You know what, we can go into Norse mythology and get some fucking piece of Eden, you know? There you go, they'll do all sorts, basically. I need to get... There's others who are buying. It's like 70% off on the PS Store. And it's not worth your time. That's the problem with Odyssey. It's not about how much the money is, it's about, you know, you'll just be losing time into it and it won't really feel good. I wonder if they've changed Skull and Bones a lot. I'm sure they have, and I look forward to finding out how they've changed it. But doesn't mean I'm interested in the meantime, if that makes any form of sense. Excited for Cyberpunk? Oh yeah, for sure. Cyberpunk is going to slap hard. It's going to be an absolute class time. I'm sure of that. And if I'm wrong, I'll be sad. Is this man like bleeding gas or something? No, it looked like he was for a minute there. To the Jackdaw. Thoughts on AC3? Disappointing when it launched. I appreciate it more now because of the direction Assassin's Creed's taken overall. But I still think the ending was a middle finger to the whole Desmond saga. Have you watched Vikings? I haven't. I've watched The Last Kingdom and I loved it though. I'm sure I'll get around to watching Vikings at some point. Of the two, from what I've seen of Vikings, I've seen bits, not much. I'd probably say that I prefer The Last Kingdom. That's just how it is. With someone asked me what I think about the new Avengers game, and it's a game that I played the beta of and decided not to play. I decided not to touch it. Like, not tonight. Not one of those. Will you play The Witcher 3 on PS5? Probably not. Maybe, but probably not. Feel like pure shit. Just want Cyberpunk. Exactly. How much of Gods and Monsters, or whatever it's called now, is just copied assets from Odyssey? I have no clue. Probably quite a fair bit. But if they work it into a game that plays it well and makes it, you know, has a good story and has quality gameplay, what does it matter? I don't know. I don't know about that one though. Like I said, Ubisoft Quebec, I don't have that trust there for quality assurance or anything like that. Do you think AC will get another movie adaptation after the 2016 failure? No. Assassin's Creed as a movie is dead in the water. It has to be, because that film was so terrible. Send a save to my aunt Deed Costa. Sorry? What is a save? Or do you mean like a shout or something like, hello there, Dade? For me, the Mafia Definitive Edition comes out tomorrow. That is ace. I look forward to that, but I'm going to be away when it drops on the 25th. So I will do something about it. When I get back on the 29th, how's this? I'll stream it. I'll stream it straight as soon as I get home, as soon as I get myself sorted and settled. I'll fire up a stream and be like, I'm back, bastards, and then we'll stream in that. How's that sound? Does that sound cool? Do you think Derby will have the story problems of Odyssey fixed? I don't think. I think Derby can only do so much. Let's get to 400 likes, gamers. That would be awesome. I'll probably go another, 12 minutes-ish, get to 11 PM, and that's where I'll call it for tonight, because I do have to get to, I do have to sort of sleep, because I have a 4.5-hour drive ahead of me tomorrow, and I don't want to be falling asleep behind the wheel, that's just not something I want to do. And I've got to be up early, because I need to go down to, basically sort out my tyre pressure. I need to get some bits and pieces for the trip. I need to get some fuel. And then I have to, make sure my brother's all sorted and ready. Because then we can go, and then it's easy enough. Good luck with your trip, Fishy, and streaming Mafia sounds like a great idea. For when I get back, absolutely. For your health in the stream, end the stream now and get some sleep. Oh, don't worry about it. I can go for another 10 minutes. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. Will you live react to Valhalla and Cyberpunk? I will stream. I want to stream both, yes. I get the vibe if I don't stream Cyberpunk, I'll get lost in it and it'll take up so much time that I'll wind up being like, oh shit, I need to actually do some work, and then I'll never get back to playing Cyberpunk. So if I stream it, I can cut out that problem. Will you cover Hogwarts Legacy? Oh, for sure. Me and a mate of mine used to have a laugh a couple years back now. We made some videos having a laugh at the expense of the old Harry Potter games for the PS1. I think we plan to do a video dossing about in this game coming, because that would just be really fun. Thoughts on SOT? Is it really bad that I have no idea what that means? SOT. What's SOT? PS1 Hagrid. Oh, what a beautiful man. Sea of Thieves. Oh, not for me. I did play it and I had fun with a couple of mates, but I don't think I have any friends who play it consistently to the point where, you know what, it makes some sense to play, like, yeah. Besides, I played it on PC, like, it was alright. What do you think of Freedom Cry? Freedom Cry was, I guess, an interesting idea. Adewale's a fun character, I guess. Like, he's a character I wanted to learn more of. He's not the most interesting ever, but he's alright. And I guess the story was personal to him in a lot of ways as a character. But I don't know if it really hit. It didn't really strike me. It didn't strike me as like in quality. Can you replay Among Us when you're back? We can do. We can give ourselves an Among Us stream when I'm back, I'm sure. Is this the new Assassin's Creed? What? No. We've got 404 likes, which means that the likes have not been found. Funny joke. Is Witcher 3 your favourite game? It's probably Red Dead Redemption 2, followed pretty closely by The Witcher. And then there's Assassin's Creed 2, Red Dead Redemption. I guess modded Skyrim can get a shout in there as well. Oh, I liked Fallout New Vegas a lot. I'll put that one in that list. The Mass Effect trilogy, specifically Mass Effect 2. These are some of my favourite games in this thing. Oh god, it's really hard to think of my favourite games. This shouldn't be this difficult. I guess Horizon Zero Dawn gets a strong shout to be up there. And god. Oh god, it's really hard. There's a lot of hefty games there. Mass Effect 2 is slow. Mass Effect 2 is a fantastic game. Are open world games in general your favourite? Not necessarily, but often. Red Dead Redemption 2 will never be topped. Until it is. There will always be... You know what, no matter what happens, there's every chance that there will always be a better game coming. And usually that's the truth. I reckon when Cyberpunk drops, it could blast its way into my list of favourite games ever. Like it could be up there. It could be a fantastic experience. Video's having a stroke for me. What kind of music are you into? Well, a bit of an all-rounder, but you know, I guess my pedigree, as my dad puts it, is dark electronic stuff, which is what he he listened to, and obviously that means by extension I listen to it a lot. Where will you be going? To the southwest, to Devon, to where I'm from, to deal with some family-related thing. Well, I say deal with, but there's not much that can be done. It's just a case of, well, being there, if you will. It's been too long, put it that way. And don't worry, I'll be observing all of the restrictions in place because of COVID and all that. So don't worry about me doing that. And I'll be making sure to not be passing on the funny virus to anybody. I'll still be the funniest fucker in the room. But yeah, no, it's pretty simple. Sorry if I can't tag. I'm on mobile. That's fine. I mean, I don't know why I said that's fine. It doesn't really make a difference to me, does it? Exeter is the city I'm from, yeah, but I'm just going to visit Devon, really, and sort something out while there. If that makes sense. I'll probably wind up in Exeter at some point. I want to. Once I'm clear past Manchester anyway tomorrow, I should be okay until I get to around Bristol. And then traffic might be a bit of a bastard. What if we kissed in the Jackdaw's captain cabin? I would explode and die. Why is it always linear versus open world? More exists. Yeah, I guess so. You have semi-linear, you have... I guess... Like games where you just sort of like make something like a fucking sandbox is a bit different again. And there's loads. Stay safe and have a good trip. I'll do my best. Keith 2, it's nothing to do with Keith 2. No. Keith 2 is a work in progress. Basically, so you remember when we bought the Skoda, the 1998 Skoda Felicia. We called it Keith. And we recently got it scrapped, and we got paid the exact amount of money we spent buying the car to scrap it, which wasn't very much, but it's calm and it will go towards Keith 2. And what we're going to do is we're just going to mess around with some Keiths. I think we should start a bloody. I should start a bloody YouTube channel where we just get bangers and just fuck about with a banger of a car. Did you manage to pre-order the PS5? I didn't, but I can wait. I'm not too fussed. There'll be plenty of opportunity for me to get a hold of one later on down the line, and by the sounds of it, every game that's coming to the PlayStation 5 is also coming to the PlayStation 4. At least every game that I care about for now. So I'm in no rush. It's absolutely no worries. It makes no difference to me what platform I play on. No Xbox or PS5. If you ask me to choose one or the other, it's going to be the PlayStation 5. The Xbox doesn't have anything on that, really. Are you excited for God of War Ragnarok? Yes. You know what? Yes, I am. Which will be in 2021, but hopefully by which point I'll have acquired a PlayStation 5 by some means. You'd imagine. I do think I'll get the Xbox over the PS5. Well, I guess it depends on your preferences, like what you think is best for you. But I reckon the PS5 and me will just gel. I reckon it'll absolutely be my thing. Like, in the end of the day, right, because I make content on YouTube and that, and I want to play Fable, I will probably get both. I know that Fable will eventually come to PC, the new Fable they're doing or whatever, but I get the vibe that it won't be straight away. So of course, I will probably wind up getting both an Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5. My priority is not the Xbox. I haven't managed to pre-order either, but I'll get around to it when I'll get around to getting them, probably at some point after their launches, because getting them on launch just seems like an unobtainable thing. Like, I tried to pre-order the PS5, but the pre-order was so poorly organised that you didn't know it was happening until they were sold out, half of you. With the Xbox, they gave you forewarning, and then every website that was selling them crashed, and when they went back up, they were all sold out, and loads of them were online on eBay and shit for ridiculously inflated prices. It's like, hey, buy this pre-order off me, dickhead, and then you actually have to buy the console after, and that's absurd. I also have a PC. Like, you know, I have a very powerful PC that can handle all my gaming anyway. And my PlayStation 4 ain't dead yet. PlayStation 4 Pro, whatever. And by the sounds of it, a lot of games are coming to the PS4. So it might not look as nice. The loading screens might be lengthy. But you know what? It can't be that bad. And the good thing I'm seeing from Xbox Series X is the fact that it is cheaper. You mean the Series S, right? That's the cheaper one. Have you played Dying Light? I'm debating between getting a PS5 or a PC. Depends on what your preference is. I have played a bit of Dying Light. It's not really for me, but it's a cracking game. You know? Oh, it's lovely. Right, we're nearly at 11 PM. Right, so let's find a rooftop to sit on and shit on. Oh, yes. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, share with your friend, hit subscribe if you're new, and all that wonderful stuff. That would be fantastic. Let's get a burst of likes before I sign off for tonight and leave you with the content that I've prepared for the next 5 days, which is 3 videos. One on Red Dead Online where I'm messing about, but first, before that, there'll be a video on Cyberpunk 2077, and then there's also a bit of a mess about video where I play Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga and make R2-D2 a Jedi. There was going to be a 4th one, but I tried to do it and it just sort of wasn't going the way I wanted it to, and I was, you know, as I tried to get it to work, it just gave me a headache, and I thought, you know what, this is stress I can't be dealing with right now. Everyone will understand, and of course I'll be happy to do that video later on down the line. We'll miss you. Well, I'll still try to be as active as I can on social media, and with the videos it'll be like I never left, and then when I get back I'll be streaming. I'll be starting strong with the Mafia Definitive Edition if I can, like, you know, diecast. Whee. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. That was... Oh. Beautiful.
Tú, espera. Veamos tus tripas. Solo sigue por aquí. Ya eres nuestro.
I'll have your sword, thanks.
Atacad por ambos lados.
Pick up this dagger and away we go. Wonderful. Yeah. Can you get into a super big fight? I think we've run out of time. I think we're just going to wrap up now and yeah, then let's get to 420 likes because I'm a child. And yeah, we'll conclude this stream now. There we go, 420 likes it says on my screen. That's pretty sick. How about you buy RTX 3090 and forget about PS5 and Xbox? I reckon I'll buy an RTX 3090 and get a PS5 and Xbox because I can, and also because I want to evade tax. No. That. No. I'd rather invest in some gear for the channel going forward. That is what they say. Yeah, so thank you all for watching this stream anyway. We're wrapping up now. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. That would be fantastic. Huge thanks to our super chatting legends, Ishak Mani, Mini Fridge, who's in my basement, James Rostron, Cigarette Chair, and Burn Brawler, you absolute sweet lads. And of course, an absolute massive thanks to all the patrons who support Humble Me daily, and also, yeah, no, they're also cool, and they get early access to some stuff as well as some exclusive stuff going on over there. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. You too can get your name up on this list, and you can also get some extra content besides as well. And it's pretty neat if I do say so myself. But at the end of the day, if you think it's worth it, then that's completely up to you. It doesn't matter what I think, does it? And of course, a huge thanks to everyone for joining me. You're absolute legends, all of you. Each and every one of you is an absolute beautiful legend. Don't get Rona. I'll do my best daily, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'll be seeing you all very soon with another video or stream at some point. It'll be the videos that you'll see, and then when I get back on the 29th, I'm sure as soon as possible I will do something with regards to that bloody Mafia remake. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all very soon, I hope.